Welcome, it's Mark. Time for another whiskey review. Today I have the Glendalough single cask. This is an Irish whiskey. I'm doing Irish whiskeys for the month of March for St. Patrick's Day. And this one is finished in, or is aged in Madeira casks. So I think I did Glendalough a couple years ago on in March the 13th. I really liked that. It was very unique. So this is a single cask. I don't know how many bottles they did, but anyway, so it is an Irish whiskey. It is 42% ABV. Glendalough was founded in 2011, and it means Valley of Two Lakes. It is the home of a 6th century monastery founded by St. Kevin, who is featured on all their bottles. And one of their entry levels is a 7-year-old, which is kind of in tribute to St. Kevin because he was in the wilderness for 7 years, and he founded 7 churches. So, and this is no age statement, and St. Kevin was a legendary monk, and he inspired, of course, this whiskey. And the distillery was originally independently owned. It's now part of a company that owns White Claw, I believe. So anyway, so this image here, I'll show it to you, is of St. Kevin in a trance praying. He prayed for days and until a blackbird landed in one hand and made a nest, and then he stayed in that position. This is the legend, of course. No one's going to stand up for that long, and until the eggs hatched. So, okay, well, I need to let this breathe. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to give it a roll here. And I will show it to you in the bottle. And in the cask, in the glass. Cask, obviously not the cask. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read there's not a whole bunch on the label other than it's a single cask, and it's Irish whiskey. Whereas I'm not 100% sure, I know on their 13, whereas most Irish whiskey uses some unmalted barley, they only use, it's a single grain, they only use malted barley. But it doesn't say anything on there about what they use. Oh, here it is. This was a bottle number 140 of 466. So Portuguese oak is what the wood was in Madeira, and I guess Portuguese Madeira. So St. Kevin, the man on our bottle, stood apart. This whiskey does the same. Notes of smooth vanilla, butterscotch, and honey are layered with flavors from the cask's predecessor liquid, Canteiro aged Madeira wine. These casks have been imparted cooked dark fruit flavors, plums, caramel, and spices from their years in the subtropical warmth. And that is it. Nothing else on here. It is 750 milliliters. Okay, so let's give it some nosing here and see what we get. Give it another spin. Getting a lot of pepper. Man, a lot. It's making my throat burn. I do get the plums, dark fruit. I get a lot of spice, a lot of pepper. There's faint honey in there, but I get citrus. I get a lot of citrus. Like grapefruit. I get the woody, I guess I get that Portuguese oak. The honey's faint. I don't get it. That's all I get. Darkened ripe fruit. Plums. Maybe cherries. Yeah. All right. On to the palate. Very sweet, lots of honey on the palate. There is definitely a pepper note to it. Makes me think it's kind of young. Tastes a little thin, like Irish whiskey often does. Not a huge Irish whiskey fan. Really, other than the Glendalough 13, I don't really, there isn't a whole lot of Irish whiskey I like. Buttery. Definitely some butter note in there. Honey, sweet. There is definitely a pepper note to it. It finishes quick and dry. So let's see what else I get on the nose. I do get a little bit more honey now that my palate's adjusted to it, but more wood. I really don't get the fruit as much now, and I'm getting a little bit of that butter. Okay. Butter, honey, getting some nuttiness, almonds, definite pepper note to it. Sweet, yeah, that's everything I get. What was I supposed to get? Butterscotch, honey, that's there. Vanilla, I didn't really get much vanilla. Plums, yeah. I get a lot of pepper. Not one I have to have on my shelf. Give it a 6. See you next time.